Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Start. Today I gonna discuss about FPL Price Reveal analysis for day 2. So before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season. Now let's start. At first I will discuss about the forward, and the fast forward is Kunha from Wolves. In last season he scored 12 goals and 7 assists. Now this season he is priced at 6.5, but I think it's overpriced because I don't think that Wolves can score a lot of goal because they usually score less goal, and that's why Kunha shouldn't match his previous season tally, and that's why if his price is 6 million, then it's fairly priced, but 6.5 is obviously overpriced for Kunha. Now move on to the second forward here, and it's Wissa from Brentford. His price is 6 million, and I think he is fairly priced because in last season his tally is quite like Kunha, 12 goal and 3 assists. He's sometimes playing as a forward, sometimes as a winger. So I think this season he will continue playing, and 6 million is a fair price for Wissa. You can consider him. Now move on to the third forward here, and it's Thiago from Brentford. Brentford signed him from Club Book, but if you look at his Club Book stat, it's 16 goal, 2 assists. So if he can match this tally in Premier League, then I think he is underpriced, but I don't think he can manage it. But still, if his value is 6.5, then I will think that he's fairly priced. But 6 million for a player who can score goal is obviously underpriced. Now move on to the fourth forward, and it's Jamie Vardy. He is 5.5. Can you imagine? Jamie Vardy is just 5.5 because he is now a promoted team forward, and 5.5 Jamie Vardy is underpriced because when he can score goal, he can score hat trick, 2 goal brace. So he's a very good player for own, and that's why I think 5.5 is very cheap for Jamie Vardy. Now move on to the fifth forward, and it's Nicholas Jackson. His price is 7.5, and I think it's fairly priced because if you look at his performance next last season, he scored 14 goal and 5 assists. And if you look at Jackson's performance, he's playing as a center forward for Chelsea and playing well. But Chelsea always sign new players, so if there is now new player, then there will be competition for Jackson plays. Even Nokunku can play as a forward, so I think 7.5 is fair for Jackson. But still, there is doubt that he might not start all the match in this season. Now move on to the midfield option. First midfielder here is Kudus. In last season he was forward, but this season he is midfielder, and his price is 6.5, and I think it's overpriced because he is not a sure starter for West Ham. There is a doubt that he might not start some of the match, and 6.5 is obviously overpriced. If he is priced at 6 million, then it's fairly priced. Now move on to the second midfielder, and it's Bailey, and he's also priced 6.5. But I think I am agree with it because if you look at Bailey's performance, he's playing well for Aston Villa last season, scoring 10 goal and providing 9 assists. He mostly playing as a right winger, but sometimes playing as a sub. So when he playing as a sub, it's a disappointing one. But I still think that 6.5 is fairly priced for Bailey. Now move on to the third midfielder here, and it's Eze from Crystal Palace, and I think it's fairly priced because he's the main player for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace last season in the last part playing very well, so 7 million is a fair price for Eze. In last season he was 6.5 starting. Now move on to the fourth midfielder, and it's Starling from Chelsea, and he is priced 7 million. But I think he's criminally underpriced because if Starling can back his form, previous form, then he will be destructive, and just 7 million price is not enough for Starling, I think. Now move on to the fifth midfielder, and it's Palmer. His price is 10.5, and I think it's fairly priced because if you look at his last season, he got 22 goal and 11 assists. He is the main player for Chelsea, also taking the penalty. So 10.5 is fair for Palmer, and he's the highest scoring midfielder last season. So 10.5 is obviously fair. Now move on to the defender, and first defender here is Okoli. His price is just 4 million for Leicester, and I think he's underpriced because 4 million defender playing for a team is obviously underpriced, but it's a very good 4 million defender to hold in your team and in the bench option. Now move on to the second defender, and it's Ben Me. His price also 4.5, and it's also I think underpriced because if you look at his performance last season, in 32 matches he scored 2 goal, 1 assist, but in last season he was injured from March. So I think when Ben Me can feed, then he can be a destructive player. His price should be 5 million, but 4.5 is obviously underpriced for Ben Me. Now move on to the third defender, and it's 8 Nori, and he's 4.5 million fairly priced because he's playing for Wolves. Wolves defensive player solid, but still I think at Nori cannot be a very good attacking player for Wolves. So 4.5 is fair. Now move on to the fourth defender, and it's Madson from Aston Villa. He's priced 5 million. He should be priced 4.5. He transferred from Chelsea to Aston Villa, and 5 million is obviously an overpriced because I don't think that he can match the Aston Villa team, and it needs some time to cope with Aston Villa. So it's obviously overpriced. Now move on to the fifth defender, and it's Rich James. In last season, he was injured. He's always injured, and we bring him in our team, and then he also injured. So 5 million is fair for Rich James, but when he's fit, he can be destructive also. Now move on to the goalkeeper option, and the first goalkeeper is Flacken 4.5 for a Brentford goalkeeper. Sure starter is obviously fair price. Second goalkeeper here is Areola from West Ham. He is now the first choice goalkeeper for West Ham, and 4.5 for a West Ham goalkeeper is obviously fair price. The third one is Imi Martinez, the Argentine goalkeeper. He's in amazing form, but Aston Villa he's playing well, and 5 million for Emi Martinez who save a lot of goals, so it's obviously fair price. And that's all for today. If you enjoy this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.